Toyota is coming out with a brand new model for 2023 with the launch of the GR86 sports car. The new model is a total rebranding of the company's Gazoo racing performance line. But with the all-new upgraded features the GR86 now has, the big question going around is this car really worth the trouble? Well, we'll let you be the judge of that as we take you through all the ups and downs in the new Toyota 86 and what it has to offer. Just like every other company in the auto industry, Toyota is giving some of its older model cars much-needed upgrades. And this time for the GR86, it's the next one in line for the tune-up. This new coupe features a new, fresh interior and exterior design, an upgraded engine, and a host of new safety and driver assist features. Let's take a look at the engine and performance. The new GR86 gets some added boost compared to the 2020 model, and instead of a 2-liter engine, it now has a 2.4 4-cylinder engine able to put out 228 horsepower and 184 pounds of torque. Now, this doesn't seem like much of an upgrade, and in all honesty, it really isn't, but a slightly powerful engine isn't all this car has to offer. The GR86 still features the same rear-wheel drive with a 6-speed manual transmission, but it now comes with an optional 6-speed automatic feature as well. In terms of speed, the GR86 can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 6 seconds for the manual transmission, but the automatic transmission drags this down to 6.6 seconds. Granted, this might not be fast for most gearhead, high-octane drivers, but for such an affordable car, it's just fine for regular drivers. The clutch and pedal systems have also been greatly improved, and the entire powertrain has been revamped to mimic an actual sports car, something the previous models seriously lacked. And don't get it twisted, you won't be drifting on racetracks with this car, but you can be sure you won't lose out on any traffic light races either. Interior and exterior design. The exterior design of this car makes up for most of its downsides, with sleek curves and edges that scream luxury, but also a rigid frame that says race track worthy. This GR86 will never fail any first impressions test. In addition to a beautiful exterior, this car shows off an athletic cabin that appeals to most drivers. The bold dashboard features elegant lines with well-designed but minimal touches. Trimmed with dark, hard plastic surfaces, the rigid look of the dashboard gives a certain level of seriousness this car desperately needed. Not too many two-door coupes are able to fit 4 seats, but the 2023 GR86 is one of the few exceptions able to do this in a car that's only 14 feet long. But just like everything else about this car, there's a downside to the added seats. The front seats are well cushioned with appropriate arm and headrest, not to mention there's sufficient leg and headroom for the taller occupants. The front seats are also super adjustable, leaving enough leverage for the driver to find the perfect position and distance from the steering wheel. Heated front seats are also available at a premium option. The rear seats, on the other hand, pale in comparison to their forward neighbors. They're a lot smaller with no headrest and unbearably small legroom that could possibly fit only children. Visibility from the rear seats is also not the best, with small stationary window and low-hanging roof. This further reduces the overall headspace of anyone lucky, or should we say unlucky, enough to be seated in the back. Another upside of the entire cabin is the low noise intake it receives when the car is in motion, even at high speeds. This might be nice for most drivers, but sports cars lovers would prefer a healthy amount of engine and exhaust noise raging through the cabin as the car speeds down the highway. The GR86 also has a minimalistic approach to trunk space with only 6.2 cubic feet of trunk space. With an extra set of wheels and tire jack, there isn't much room for a larger suitcase or a duffel bag. It's like they assume the sports car owners won't be needing luggage and will simply just live off one outfit for the entire duration of a road trip. Although this trunk space deficiency is made up by the fact that the rear seats can be folded to add to the cargo space, so it's either travel light or leave the kids at home. Your choice. Infotainment and navigation. The general infotainment and navigation system on the GR86 isn't state-of-the-art. It might not win any awards for Car System of the Year, but it's definitely an upgrade from the previous model. A simple 8-inch infotainment screen is squarely mounted on the dashboard within reach of both the driver and the front seat passenger. The touchscreen features GPS and navigation features, with a slew of entertainment options available on demand. Apple CarPlay as well as Android Auto come pre-installed with the car. There are also satellite and HD radio options available, all of which play through the 6-speaker stereo system with Bluetooth and Wi-Fi connectivity. Sitting squarely behind the steering wheel is a 7-inch display gauge that displays the car's specs, including speed, fuel, and engine temperature. There are also several buttons spread across the dashboard, including push start button, dual zone automatic climate control, and a remote keyless entry feature. Safety features. Even with the minimal improvements on the car's technology, Toyota takes safety and driver assist with seriousness, and it shows in a number of features available with the GR86. For the standard GR86 model, you'll get a rear-view camera that displays on the infotainment screen, forward collision and automatic emergency braking systems, upgraded adaptive cruise control, as well as adaptive headlights. Several onboard sensors also assist in pedestrian detection and collision warning, giving the driver ample time to respond before the emergency brakes kick in. Although this car looks small and compact, you wouldn't want to hit a traffic light going 100 miles an hour because it will get you more than just a speeding ticket. Price. The 2023 GR86 comes in two trim versions, the Basic and the Premium. The Basic goes for just $28,000 equipped with all the standard features, while the Premium model costs a little over $30,000, which is still relatively low priced for mid-range sports cars. Both versions share the same engine and performance output with having the same transmission options available. But the Premium version, you get premium leather seats and a few other minor add-ons. So in conclusion, is the new 2023 Toyota GR86 a good car to get? Well, that depends entirely on what you're looking for in a car. If you're good with great interior and exterior design, with fairly decent mileage at an affordable price, then the GR86 might just be the car for you. It's easy and reasonably smooth to drive on both city streets and on back roads, so you shouldn't have any problems with the drivetrain on this car. But if you're a high-octane, speed-chasing gearhead with a love for roaring engines and fast and furious level speeds, then this car might disappoint you in more ways than one. Besides, not many mid-range $30,000 cars offer the same kind of specs you might be interested in. In all honesty, the GR86 has a long way to go before it can catch up with sports cars like the Ford Mustang, but it sure beats other cars in its price range, and for us, that's a really good bargain. What do you think?